we're in our document here, and about the fifth line, the word "gam" in the middle of the fifth line toward the middle. Yeah, go ahead, man. Continue on.
Okay, so v'gam sheyavi lo ner kidei sheyireh me'orot. Oh, so hold on. And also he brought to him a candle in order that he should see the lights.
Yeah, you should see. That's what I mean. Is you see the lights. We have to see what this means exactly. But he brought them in there, so you should be able to. Kadesh Yiru Moros. You should be able to see the lights.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. The chaver lo sagi. No, not chaver. Div chada lo sagi. I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, so I guess because it's actually going back to the beginning of what was discussed here. It says maybe I'll tell you what it's he's bringing a muscle. Go one line up from where we started. It says "Ve'hein adam v'yos chomer okra ofer min ha'adama."
Hold it one line up. Hold it. The ain. Oh, the hain. Okay. The hain adam lioto chamer ikor afar min ha'adama.
So he's describing the situation. A human is in a situation where he is in a as described, like he's in Afar, Uhur, a very thick mass, Ukr Afar min Adama, that he's in a thick mass of earth from the ground. Right? That's that meaning he's describing our physical body. So our physical body, so we are bound by the limitations of our physical body.
Okay. Domelami she'enav sigurot yoshev beveit ofel she'olam choshek ba'ado.
So it's like a person whose eyes are closed and he's sitting in a dark house. Two things. His eyes, number one, his eyes are closed. And secondly, the house that he's in is dark.
Okay. וצריך לזה שיפתח עיניו וגם שיביא לו נר כדי שיראה מאורות.
Okay, so two things have to occur for this person to see clearly. Number one, he has to open his eyes, and also there has to be a candle brought in that he should be able to see what's in the room. Two things are necessary.
Okay. The chada lo sagi.
And with only one of these two things, it's not enough. If he opens his eyes, he's still in a dark room. And if he lights a candle with his eyes closed, he's still in a situation of darkness, of not being able to see.
Oh, okay.
So you need really both things.
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. Nam kashe yavio lo ner.
However, when they bring to him a candle.
Okay. Afim einav sigurot. Oh, his eyes were still closed.
Right, meaning even if his eyes are still closed, but they do bring it there. So what's occurring?
Okay, so his eyes were still closed. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Sigurot. Oh, Margish Kitsat be'or haner ve'im yiftach einav me'at yireh or me'at?
Good morning, Roy.
Good morning, Rabbi Furst.
Oh,
Sorry, I
Good,
had
good.
trouble getting in. Wanted
Okay.
to do all sorts of things. Where is it, please?
Okay, so we are in our document in the paragraph number 2. We're in the sixth line. Amnon. The word is Amnon. Shivo there, with describing a situation of a person sitting in a dark room with his eyes closed. So he needs to do two things to see things clearly. One, he has to open his eyes, and secondly, they have to bring a candle, a light into the room, right? And one of the two is not going to be sufficient. But nevertheless, it says if there would be that they do bring a light into the room, even if he has his eyes closed, right? Amnon, when they're bringing there, even if his eyes are still shut, Margish Katzatz B'ur on there, he's able to sense a little bit of the light of the candle.
oh,
Mhm.
It's something. Yeah.
wow. Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Or me'at. Okay. V'lefi השיעור שיפתח עיניו, ככה יראה אור גדול מהנר הגדול אור בהיר.
Right. And according to the amount of the opening of his eyes, that's how much he's going to be able to see the light which is there uh, in the great light which is blazing.
Mhm.
Okay.
So is this sort of a metaphor for learning Torah?
It does relate to Torah very strongly because the more a person is going to open, the more a person is going to learn, the more his eyes and his intellect and his heart will be opened up to understanding and perceiving the truth of the matter of this world, right? So it's very directly related to a person's learning. Correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it seems like that would be the case. Okay, good. Okay, so let's see. I think we're at Cain Adam Mechamat She'enai Shekulo Stumim Milihistakel B'mishkalot U Milishtadel Akach.
Right. So kacha adam likewise is with a person. Machmash ene seichel stumim, since the literally the eyes of his intelligence, the eyes of his seichel, the eyes of his intelligence are closed. Milastakil b'maksholos u milastadlus al kach. And since a person, his eyes of intelligence are closed from perceiving the pitfalls in front of him and the hishtadlis and the things he has to do to avoid them.
Oh, okay. So to avoid them. Okay. V'gam shehu yoshev ba'olam hazeh olam hashafel ve'ofel.
Likewise, that's how a person's situation is in this world, this lower darkened world.
Okay. mitochach hiksil b'choshech holech.
And therefore it says this is the pasuk, right? This is a pasuk that the kasil b'choshech holech, the fool in darkness, he walks in darkness.
Oh, okay. Tach marot einav. What's tach?
Tach, the that's a good question. Tach. This word, this is still a pasuk. I think this is tach meros einav. It's like I think covered over his eyes to see. Let me take a look.
Oh, okay.
Let me take a look. Hold on. It's a pasuk. It's not a pasuk in Mishlei. It's tach meros einaim as me'askil leito. So it's a pasuk. It's a pasuk in Yoshia. Hold on, it's a pasuk in Yoshia.
Oh.
Okay, that pasuk, I'll tell you where it is. Pasuk in Perek Mem Daled, pasuk Yud Ches. Daled. Daled. Pasuk Yud Ches. Okay.
50.
Tach. It prevented Tach. Right. Lo Kitach Meros. Yeah, they're prevented. They're preventing from seeing. The eyes are prevented from seeing.
Oh. That's what it says there.
Yeah. Like it's sort of like the eyes are covered up. The eyes are covered over.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, talk about Mehaskil. Okay. Mehaskil libo ech lir'eh ulira uliahava et Hashem hanichbad v'hanora.
Likewise, that Maskil Levoy, and so his eyes are covered up from seeing, and the intelligence of his heart. How would a person come to fear and to love Hashem if he's covered up? If he's covered up, his intelligence is not functioning. His eyes are not functioning, right? Either in the spiritual sense or the physical sense. So how is he going to come in that case to fear and to love Hashem?
Oh, okay. Bad v'anora, okay. Ve'eno margish v'yira v'ahava klal.
Right? He's not sensitive. He's not sensitive to fear and love for Hashem at all.
Oh. He's not sensitive.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Okay, let's see.
That's because the physical. See, that's the because of our physical nature, we don't naturally have a a clear connection with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, because the physical nature that we're constantly involved with all the physical activities and needs that life comes with. It comes with life. So therefore, unless we don't have the natural inclination to readily come to love and fear Hashem.
Mhm. Okay. Ve'eino yachol kavein dato me'acher she'eino yodea tiva shel ava vayira rak min hasafa v'lachotz.
Right. See that. Right. What's the Einu Yoche? We would say Einu Yochel Lachavin Daita. We're not able um, to direct our, uh, our minds. We can't direct our minds to these things. Ma'akasha Einu Yodea Tiva Shal Avaviru. We don't know the nature of loving Hashem and fearing Hashem. Rak minasvav luchutz. Meaning we just, it's only from lip, it's only lip service. When we speak about loving Hashem and fearing Hashem, it's really only lip service. It's not really any true understanding of what these things are, and it's without any true relationship with Hashem based on these things.
Wow.
You know what this reminds me of, Rabbi?
Nope.
When I was in college, we studied a philosophy called existentialism.
Okay.
And there was an essay written by one of the existentialists. I'm not sure who. And he depicted life was people. Each person had a fork in his hand, and he was immersed in mud, and he was crawling through the mud, looking for something to stick his fork in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the existentialist view of life.
Yeah, I mean, because that's really without Torah, that's really what it is. There is some type of a truth to what they're sensing and expressing there, because without Torah, a person is really left to the physical realm of this world. And even though he has a tremendous intelligence, which naturally is going to help him perceive that there must be something more to the physical existence than just digging through the mud with forks, trying to look for a clam, right? So the Futalism of the world is only futile if you don't have Torah, because Torah is what allows you to come up out of that mud, right? And to see the truth of what the world is, the purpose of the world in a meaningful way. But if you don't have that, you don't really ever come to any true understanding what the real purpose of this world is. So yeah, it's sort of just like
But the muscle that Meir is doing such a good job of reading is reminding me of that existential vision.
Right.
So
Okay.
what's the point of the muscle?
Oh, because we're in the middle of it right now. Because he says what we are involved with is simply fearing Hashem and loving Hashem, is we know there are such things. We speak about such things, but actually experiencing such things, actually experiencing fear of Hashem, actually experiencing love for Hashem, right? So those things are very distant from us. How what will change? We'll see. He's going to speak about how things change.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Well, we should be getting to it. Hold on.
Okay, so let's see. She'eino roeh mimi tzarich lira ulemi tzarich la'ava. So he doesn't know. Okay.
We don't see. Meaning we don't the Kadosh Baruch was not there. He's not there in a physical form that we see. Oh, this is what we must fear, and we see this is what we must love. We don't have any physical reference to a Kadosh Baruch Hu that we can say, oh, this is what we must direct our fear and we must direct our love towards.
Okay. Ve'eno mitorer lekach ma'asa hakadosh baruch hu sheratza lizkot et Yisrael am segulato.
Oh. And since there's no physical reference that we have, we're not aroused, right, to this, right? Therefore.
Okay, let's see. Lekach ma'asa kadosh baruch hu sheratza lizkot et Yisrael am segula.
Oh, therefore, Ma'asa Kadosh Baruch Hu, what does Hashem do? Who Sharotza l'Zechus Es Yisrael Am Segula, so that he wishes to privilege the Jewish people, his chosen nation.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he chose Israel. Okay. Natan lahem moadei Hashem mikra kodesh shebahem ashpia alehem hakadosh baruch hu shefa kadasha umeir oro.
Well, so therefore, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, in his desire to give privilege to his chosen nation, Klal Yisrael, he's given us Moedei Hashem Mikra Kodesh. He's given us the events, which are holy events throughout the whole year, which are Moedei Hashem, which are literally, there are times where we come and gather with Hashem. Our holidays, right, that we observe, these are calendar events by which we come to gather with the Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Uh-huh. Okay, Modei Kodesh. Okay, Shebahem Ashpia Alehem HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shefa Kadsha Kedosha maybe Umeir Oro.
So therefore, Kadosh Baruch Hu gives through these Moedei Hashem, through these calendar events, Kadosh Baruch Hu is giving an influence, a divine influence of our relationship, enhancing our relationship with Him, and it gives through them a light. It gives through them a light.
Oh, okay. And Rosh Hashana v'yamim noraim meir o hapachad v'hayira.
Right. So on Rosh Hashana, right, and on Yom Haroyim, Kadosh Baruch Hu sends forth a light of awe and respect. So these are actual physical things which are occurring here. There, I mean, we're not so. Again, every person according to his level will be sensitive to these things on a different level, according to his sensitivities and his preparation, right? But these are actual things which are coming and are intending to have an influence upon us.
Uh-huh. Very interesting. Good. Okay, so number 3.
Yes.
Okay, v'zehu. Atam she'ein lecha adam Yisrael shelo yehe margish yira v'fachad.
That this is the reason why a person, a Jewish person, will not always feel and be sensitive to the yira and pachad.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Kol echad lefi bechinato ulefi hachnato she'asa mikodem.
It's all going to be each person is going to be according to his level of preparation that he's made beforehand.
Ah. Sort of reminds me of last night, what we did before Rosh Hashana.
You know, that's part of it. The slichas are intended to bring a certain level of arousement to the situation that we're facing, and that's part of our necessary preparations. Correct, exactly.
Okay, and the next little phrase is the result. Ulefi pitichat einav, and he will open his eyes. Okay.
Right, and it's going to be according to the way the amount of how much he opens his eyes.
Okay. Good. Okay. So then yesh yira no yirei yirat onesh ve'emot ve'emot mavet.
וממנו מושך לכל מי שימי השבוע לאהבה אס השם ולשנוא יגאל השם. Actually, I skipped the line. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but this is and he will fear the fear of punishment and the
well, he's making a distinction. There is the fear of punishment and the fear of death. That's one type of fear, right?
Okay, and the fear of death. Okay. Let's see. Okay. V'yesh yirei yirat haromimot. V'yesh yirei yirah mo'etet.
Oh, so there is a type of fear, which is, as we said earlier, just a moment ago, a fear of punishment and a fear of death, and there's a fear of the exaltedness of the Kadosh Baruch Hu, the aura that a person feels when he has somewhat of an inkling of the Kadosh Baruch Hu's great awesomeness, and there is a fear yira muetis, and there is a type of fear which is less than that, meaning there's greater or lesser amounts of this type of fear.
Oh, okay. The yesh yirei yirah gedola. Oh, okay. So this is the other half of that. That could be a greater fear too. Okay, the yesh yoter, the yoter gava me'al gava ugavahim alehem.
So there's a lesser amount of fear, and there's a greater amount of fear, and there is even a greater and greater types of fear, which continues on and upward, and it's almost boundless.
Oh, okay. Ulefi hashafa the ha'ira shemikabel b'Rosh Hashana kach nimshach alav v'nishar ha'roshem l'chol shana.
So this is the influence that we receive from Rosh Hashanah, meaning the fear of Hashem that we can have, and the different types of fear that there exist. These are all coming from the root source that occurs on Rosh Hashanah. According to that fear which is given to us and we experience on Rosh Hashanah, that's the way the fear will carry and will be manifest during the rest of the year that follows.
Rabbi, can you raise up the text, please?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. How's that?
Right, oops, right, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
So is this
Yeah.
also in the concept of the Akedah, where I think Yitzchak had sort of belief what will be, or what would be less or greater would occur.
Yeah, that's certainly expressed in the in what we see in the Akedah, and even more than that, what we see from Yitzchak and then also Avraham Avinu, and actually, if you have a moment, if you want to take a look at the Akedah, I'll show you. There's the key to understanding the Akedah in the context of what we're learning over here is as follows. If you want to take out the Chumash and Bereshis, that's in Parshas Vayera. Excuse me. So
Oh yeah, it's chapter 22. It looks like.
right, if you take a look in yes, chapter 22. Let's start with Pasuk Yud. We'll just read it if you like. Start from Pasuk Yud.
Okay, let's see. Yud. Okay. Vayishlach Avraham et yado, vayikach et hamachelet lishchot et bino. Okay, so Avraham, it says, stretched out his hand and took his knife to slaughter his son. Let's see. Vayikra elav malach Hashem min hashamayim, vayomer Avraham Avraham, vayomer hineni. Okay, and an angel of Hashem called him from heaven and said, Avraham, Avraham. And he said, here I am. You'd bet. Let's see. Vayomer al tishlach yadcha el hanaar v'al ta'as lo mu'uma ki ata yadati ki yirei Elokim ata v'lo hashsachta et bincha et yechidcha mimenu. And he said, so this is, okay, do not stretch out your hand against the lad or do anything to him now. I know that you are a God-fearing man, since you have not withheld your son, your only one, from me.
Right, so that's the whole point. The whole point is that this was a proof. The Akita was a proof of the fear your Shemayim that Avraham Avinu had,
Mhm.
and that's one of the reasons why it's so important that we emphasize that point and reread that parsha on the second day of Rosh Hashanah.
Right. Wow. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so I guess we can continue on. Yes, that's part of the Akeda. It's worth looking at the Akeda. Rosh Hashanah. It's a very meaningful part of the day of Rosh Hashanah.
Yes, it is. Wow. Okay, so number 4, v'chein. B'Shabbatot me'ir or heat anog dehainu ahava.
Oh. So on Shabbos, on the days of Shabbos, Mir or Atainu kind of Abba. That on Shabbos there's an influence on the days of Shabbos, which is the light of Tainug of pleasure, of delight, which is based in Abba, based in love.
Oh, okay. V'chol adam margish tanug. Okay, so what every man feels this tanug, pleasure, I guess, or delight.
Right, right.
Okay. Yesh tanog gishmei, v'yesh tanog ruchani. Let's see. So there's a pleasure of materialism and a pleasure of spiritualism.
Right. There are physical pleasures and then spiritual pleasures.
Okay. Lefi achnato ulefi peticha einav.
It all is according to a person's preparation and according to his opening of his eyes, meaning how much he desires, how much he looks, how perceptive he is.
Oh, okay. Oh, how much preparation. Okay, very nice. Okay, umimenu Moshe lechol yemei hashvua li'avayet Hashem u'hit'aneg al Hashem.
And from this influence that a person gets, according to his preparation and and how much desire he has to look to perceive it, from there it extends throughout the whole days of the week, his love for Hashem and his delight in Hashem.
Uh-huh. Okay. Uv'chagim u'moadim me'ir or ha'simcha v'chol adam Yisrael margish simcha.
Right. So the Moedim, meaning Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot, they are the source of the simcha, of joy. And every Jewish person is margish this joy. All Jewish people experience this joy that is on Pesach and on Sukkot and on Shavuos.
Okay. Okay. V'yesh simcha gashmit, v'yesh simcha shel mitzvah.
So you have two types of simcha. You have a simcha which is a physical simcha, and you have a simcha which is a simcha based on fulfilling and doing mitzvahs.
I guess that's sort of like the holiday meals that help contribute to the simcha mitzvahs. something like that. The
Right.
Gishmet.
Yes, that's part of it, exactly.
Okay. Let's see. Simcha beruchanit daka min hadaka lefi haknato ulefi petichat einav.
So we have this spiritual joy uh, uh, is daka min hadaka, meaning the spiritual joy is very ethereal. It's very ethereal and almost imperceptible, but it all is according to the preparation of that's put into it, and according to the his desire to perceive it.
וממנו נמשך שישמח ישראל בעושה בכל השנה, וזהו סוד הכתיב, באור פני מלך חיים.
So this we have the extension of this simcha for the Jewish people that occurs throughout the whole of the year.
Okay. Mishlei. So that too. So what the hint is written in Mishlei Bior Pinei Melech Hayim.
Yes, this is a pasuk on Mishlei or Panav Melech Hayim with the countenance of the face of the king is life.
Oh, okay. Oh, the king. Wow, his light.
Actually, maybe this might be a good point to stop. Yeah, I think so. Let's stop at this pasuk. We'll have a chance to review this pasuk tomorrow at the beginning, Mitzvah Shem.
Okay.
Yeah, so just make a note that we left off here with just quoting this pasuk in Mishlei, and we'll continue.
Okay. Yeshkaya.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rory. Thank you for joining us. How is Alan? Did you get any news on Alan's situation?
Not at the moment, no.
I did. I got a call from Alan on Friday. He called me from the hospital, and he sounded much better. Although he said that physically he's not doing so well. He's having a lot of trouble moving around, and he's pretty much bedridden. But mentally, I had a normal conversation with him. He knew who I was. He called me. So that was very encouraging.
Oh, very good. It's good to hear.
Okay, very good. Bez Hashem. Should have a full shalom and Mitzvah Shem.
Amen.
Right,
Amen.
Thank you. Okay, again, Roy, have a good afternoon. I'll see you
Thank you.
tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem. And we'll start the next year in a few moments, Mitzvah Shem.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good.
Bye,
Bye.
Mayor.
Okay, Baruch to you. Thank you, Lou.